There's a side to you that I never knew, and the things you'd say they were never true, and the games you play you would always win, always win. But I set fire to the rain. Okay, oh my gosh, why was this so difficult today? Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Oh, okay, don't fall out the thing. Mercury retrograde is in full effect. Please hold while things get settled, I guess. Goodness. Okay. So, I don't know why this was that difficult. And then I was just going to like go live on my laptop. And then, um, I was on I was on my laptop. And then I saw that my Streamlabs was working for a hot second. You know what it is? What it is. Sometimes you just gotta slow down. Sometimes you just gotta take it slow. Take it nice and easy. Okay. Yes, I'm still wearing the same shorts, y'all. Oh, I didn't realize how short these shorts were. I see my whole ashy leg. I ain't even put on no lotion. Lord. But I'm about to deep condition. So I got a bag on my head right now. And I'm going to be showering a little bit later. There we go. Okay, so basically what I wanted to come on and do is get the energies of not freaking, but March. I woke up feeling good today. Like, had a really rough conversation last night. And I realized some things. Hey, that's the significator I'm going to be looking for. Y'all can't even see. Oh my gosh. See, y'all see all that mess? I am so sorry. I have limited space here. You still can't see. And you still can't see. This is, oh, I'm going to get everything situated and figured out. But it is what it is for now. This is what I'm going to be looking for. Is this number 3? Oh, it's number 2. But I'm going to be looking for the clovers for March because Shamrocks and St. Patrick's Day, right? And then I'm going to, oh, not looking for the lady. Oh, what lady is in here? Maybe we're moving into lady energy. Ladies are fresh, spring, rebirth, right? I feel like if it goes lady, man, lady would be spring, man would be summer. Understandable. Lady would be fall, man would be winter. I get it. Or would it be, lady, man, man? I guess this means I'm done, so let's just go for it. Starting out with the snake. I read my Lenormands upright always. I kind of wanted to do this a different way, but hey, they already out now, so. But yeah, I woke up today feeling just like fresh, like renewed, like springtime energies. Like, yes, because last night was a little rough. But by the time I went to bed, I was good, so that's what matters. And I feel like I've noticed for me personally, and I haven't been on the journey that I'm on for too long. Ain't nobody trying to go multiple layers deep. Please come out in the first round. But it seems like, so I've only really experienced water retrogrades, right? Water Mercury retrogrades. And I had to look back at it today because last night I'm like, oh my gosh, freaking water retrogrades with all these tests. And for me, water retrogrades are like tests of the heart and tests of the emotions. And I realized that when Mercury was retrograde in Scorpio a few months ago, because about a week or so into it, I knew what I had to do, and it was something that had been procrastinating, that was on my mind. And I had to talk to someone who I had, I'll just say, issues with at the time that I did not want to talk to. And then I was like, oh, of course I would wait until Mercury goes freaking retrograde to try to have this conversation. Right? But I think, like I said, water Mercury retrogrades for me relate to matters of the heart. And so then I looked back and I was like, wow, I wonder if all the other retrogrades from that year, like if they all coincided with the same thing, matters of the heart. And I looked back and they did. Um, like Mercury went retrograde in Pisces in March last year. And that was about the time that I had decided to focus on. There's the child. The child is sitting on top of the coffin. Oof. Night of the Living Zombies. But the zombies are our inner children. It's like, you've neglected us for far too long. Now we rise. And they. It's also interesting because I said something about that to someone yesterday. I was like, I feel like we're in a time that separates an adult, that separates the adults. There's a clover. Oh my gosh. And we did go 2 layers deep. That separates the adults from the children. This is interesting. Y'all can't see it, I don't think. But it's right here, right? This is where the significator, this is where the Nine of Cups was yesterday. So I think we're going to be continuing some of that energy. That's fun, right? And I don't even have to finish these, but I will. Hey, look, and there's nothing left. Perfect. And there's the lady again. So the last 3 cards, ladies, storks, and flowers. So flowers will come over here. And then stars will come over here. And then everything else goes away. Hey, Miyoshi. You haven't gotten in yet. Don't be procrastinating. Well, you'll take that bath. You'll do that thing you need to do, girl. But what was I talking about? What am I talking about? Y'all seen Chicken Little? Water retrogrades, yeah. So in March last year, when Mercury was retrograde in Pisces, I wanted to. That's when I had the idea to focus on healing all of the anxiety I had around relationships, right? And I had realized, I thought that the reason why I left on the top of the deck is the birds. The birds bring the words. This goes here. This comes over here. Yep, and then, okay. So this is going to be similar to how I did it, but a little different, because Lenormand's you can read in combination. Everything is in there and ready to go. Hey, look at you. I like that. I was going to say I appreciate you for doing that for some reason. So your efforts are noticed, valued, and appreciated. And then I wanted to clarify with some of these Archangel Power cards as well. See, but the way that I'm going to work this, and I'm going to do these all upright, because this is another one of my all upright decks. I don't have too many all upright decks, but this is one of them. What was I going to say? What was I talking about? I think this will be like 1, 2, 3, and or 4. I don't know if all of these will necessarily resonate. Like, because I'm kind of feeling these as like individual things, sort of surrounding. Maybe not. I don't know. You know, always feel free to take it as resonates. But getting back to what I was talking about, the water retrogrades, water Mercury retrogrades for me have been tests of the heart. Lessons, chances to expand, even in ways that I don't really like. Right? Oh, man, my phone is up there. Give me 1 second, y'all. Because I'm going to check and see. I think something else actually started when it was retrograde in Cancer. And now part of that is coming back. Everything is coming back from last year, shoot. Everything. Tomorrow is my friend's birthday. Oh, I was like, who is that? Give me one moment. Millennial break. How are you doing today, Miyoshi? There we go. Doing a gallon of Hennessy. Oh my gosh. This is my little brother. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Oh. Why am I streaming on my phone? You're pretty good. I'm feeling excellent today. Man, so yeah, I think because this is where this is, so I think it was in this time period. Oh. Because around after that is when I switched. No, because here I have something from July. What day was that? I think it might have been at around the same time. So anyway, in March is when I was doing the relationship anxiety stuff because I had healed a lot and I thought I was over all of the self stuff I needed to work on before I engaged with someone else in the capacity of a relationship because I knew I was going to be karmic and toxic because there was a lot of stuff that was unresolved within myself. And it was around March, early March, when I was like, hey, I want to work on this. And then Mercury went retrograde, and then I actually started working on it. And then I looked at the post retrograde period, and it ended. Like before it ended, that's when I got on Grindr and Tinder, and it ended like right before I met the first person who I met last year. And I was like, wow, that's like a matter of the heart, right? Opening up. Well, that was getting out there. That was exposing myself. When it actually opened up was when Mercury went retrograde in Cancer in July. And then again, like at the time, I didn't even know. And that's a lot of stuff. Like, I feel like I talk about astrology a lot. But, like, it's like I notice things and then I go and I look at the astrology and I'm like, oh, that's what's going on. Like when it came to the water moon. Oh my gosh, the moon was in Cancer and Mercury was retrograde in Cancer. No wonder why I was struggling. Oh, that hit me hard, but like my heart really opened up in July when Mercury was retrograde in Cancer. And at that time, I was like, there was one night when I was just like so overwhelmed with emotions and I wanted to talk to somebody to distract myself, but what, nobody picking up. And I was like, oh, what's happening? I guess I gotta just sit with it. And then some other stuff was happening at the same time. And I actually went to go visit my friend, the one who I went to visit a few weeks ago now. I went to visit him like right before the retrograde pre-shadow. And then when it was retrograde in Scorpio, like I talked about, I had to talk to somebody who I didn't really like. And I was like, you know what? Even though I don't like this person, I can be understanding because he was going through a hard time. And I think at the same time, some stuff was going on with my youngest brother. And I was just like, what is... Ooh, okay, well. The Queen of Michael. I'm going to just read her since she want to pop out. The Queen of Michael is brilliant, self-reliant, insightful, and humorous. Interesting. You know exactly what to do. The benefit of experience. A time for your career rather than relationships. If y'all can read that. See, this angle is so awkward, y'all. Like maybe I can slide this in between here and be like, well, there's the queen. And so now, yeah, it was my roommate. And he had gone through some stuff in his personal life. And I had to put all of the annoyance and frustration I had with him aside and try to be there for him in a way. And I'm just like, well, at first, the first part of that retrograde test was talking to him about some of the stuff that I didn't like that was going on. And then the second part of that was when something major happened in his personal life, and I had to like be nice. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be nice because if I'm nice, then he's gonna want to talk to me, and I don't really want to talk to him. And now that it's retrograde in Pisces, I was good for a minute, but it's another heart. It's another heart test. I'll just say. And I've been feeling really off lately. And I think, so I've mentioned Queen Cup's Downloads of a Light Worker, the shadow video before. And there's some water Mercury retrograde things going on for me. And it's kind of sort of related to some stuff from the deep past, I'll say. And the question, I've been given lots of insight into some situations that started with a dream I had January 13th. I'm so terrible at shuffling, as y'all can see. It started with a dream I had January 13th that I tried to play off for a while because nothing was really happening, and then things started happening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, whatever. And I've been asking myself a question, or I've been finding myself being asked, because I don't know if I'm asking it myself or if I'm just receiving the question of, if things went the way that they did in my dream, what would I do? And I haven't been able to come up with an answer / the answer that I've been feeling isn't an answer that I've liked. And so it's like my shadow has been retaliating, or not retaliating, but my shadow is being all like twisted and contorted, and the light in me like knows what's up, and the shadow just is not agreeing, and the shadow is not happy with the light part of me that would make the decision that I would make because of a lot of stuff from the past. And I'm like, shadow, like all of that stuff is in the past, like, that's not who we are anymore. We don't make those decisions anymore. Why are these cards in reverse? How did y'all end up in reverse? I'm gonna read these two. But it's just been, I feel like that sort of internal contention has been creating these pockets of time space where I'm just like detached from my emotions and a little void-ish. So it's the Page of Ariel and the Magician, both in reverse. So upright, the Page of Ariel is reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. An excellent opportunity will unfold. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. In reverse, I've not been getting to work, and I have not been necessarily balanced. And it's an Earth card. I believe Ariel is Earth in this deck. And then the Magician is Archangel Raziel. You can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So here's scholarship, education, new opportunities, and then successful beginnings here in the Magician. So it's been creating a lot of blockage that I didn't necessarily see. But conversations last night helped me realize it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like, just like, I don't know, reclaiming. Like, she talks about it in that video, y'all. About how, like, when you reclaim or take your shadow back, you are then responsible for basically, like, caring for it, right? And so I'm just like, oof. But now I know. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. But I just realized that for some reason it seems that... And then I just started coughing with the 3 of Raphael. All right, I think that means I'm done shuffling. Let me grab a water really quick. But for some reason, whenever Mercury goes retrograde in a water sign, my Mercury test is a matter of the heart, and it's usually of expansion. And me having to do something different, growing past old hurt, old pain, old feelings. And so, yeah, that's what's coming up for me. But after that recognition and after sort of like knowing, oh my gosh, my room's a mess. After sort of knowing why everything's kind of sort of falling apart right now, I I have a knowledge and awareness that I can move forward with. And now that I know, I feel so much better. And of course, I had to comfort that shadow side of me. I was like, okay, I understand, but, we've healed now. And this is what healing and forgiveness looks like. We don't hang on to things forever. So, the three of Raphael, this is all about community and friendship. Reasons to celebrate: a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. Happy announcements relating to children. To the part of my shadow that is still a child, or the child, my inner shadow child. I said I was done shuffling. Okay. So I'm going to put one here, one here, one here, one here from the top, and then one here, one here, oops, one here, and one here from the bottom. I don't know if I did that one twice, but if I did, oh well. And then I'll do one here from the middle, one here from the middle, one here, oof, from the middle. This is going to be longer than I thought it was going to be. And then this one. When I do want to see what's left at the bottom of the deck, left at the bottom of the deck is solutions. I love it. Archangel Zadkiel. Success that comes from objective compromise. Success that comes from objective compromise. Self-control and patience. Forgiving and healing energy. Oh my gosh. Literally what I was just talking about. If y'all could see the card. Y'all can't. This set, I'm going to work on this, y'all. I'm actually going to clean some stuff up a little bit. Move some stuff around. I'm going to move this. And then maybe I'll be able to figure something out. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Huh, interesting. Okay, well, no, I don't know if that'll work. Anyway, all right, moving on. So, yeah. That's what happens for me. What happens for you guys? Leave a comment down below. Let me know. Or, don't. It's, you got free choice. Thank you for letting me know, Miyoshi. You're still here. Appreciate it. So, Miyoshi, pick a direction. North, east, south, or west. North, east, south, or west. Since you're here. What's that Adele song, Set Fire to the Rain? That, just popped into my head. I set fire to the rain. I was actually singing it when I was trying to come live. East, okay, gotcha. And I threw us into the flames. And I heard that. No. Into the flames. Something died. And I knew that was the last time. I don't remember the words. Right? North was your second choice. Northeast. I went to Northeast Elementary Magnet School. Speaking of childhood, Miyoshi, how did you know? Oh my gosh. Girl, you're on it. Thank you for the confirmation and synchronicity. Yep. And it's funny because I think I've told this story on here before. So when I went back to my inner child, right? And I released it from a memory and I healed that happened. I'm pretty sure that happened. I know it happened over the summer. It could have been June. It was either June or July. So roughly within that time period, is when I went back to that memory and I healed that part of my inner child, right? And so when I did that part of the shadow, I lost enough, or enough of enough of my shadow went to the light that I can now be in the space that I'm in now to see what I see and to make the decision that I know I need to make now. Because forgiveness is an action word. Right, and okay, so we will start here. We're starting with the house and the key. Oh my gosh! Also relating to children and magic. Key House. If y'all have not seen Lock and Key on Netflix, I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna tell y'all to check it out, but Key House, Netflix, Lock and Key, it's a pretty decent show. And the show, I mean, it's a show about a house that has keys in it and doors and keyholes and magic. Um, yeah, girl, Miyoshi, I really enjoyed it. I mean, there were parts where I'm like, not in a bad way, but like they're children, and so some of the decisions and choices they make sometimes are just like whatever. There's a child, and then there's some teens. But I really enjoyed it. My jaw hit the floor a few times, in the best way. The key is number 33. 33 is a 6 master number. You reduce it and then a 4. So 3, 4, 6, right? Where's number 5? Where's the change, sis? I think the change is what we are implementing now. The change is what we are sort of like. Is this jumping around? Is this buffering? Oh well. The change is what, like, we are the 5. This is a 5 time when we sort of show and proclaim what the change is, right? I said it was like 3, 4, 6. So we make the changes. And as far as like I'm concerned, this could be something in your home life. Could be a key for moving forward. I am resonating with East. From key house to the child thing to everything. Something in the past needs to be unlocked, needs to be addressed in some ways, maybe related to family potentially. And addressing that is going to be key in healing, key in moving forward, key in something like that. It's going to be the key, right? And I feel like in the home that is your soul, that is your heart, man, I wish I had a better setup. I'm going to work on it for next time. I didn't even think I would be live this long. I was just going to come on real quick to do this. I don't do nothing quick. But it's like, it's the key to unlocking something within yourself. Some gift or ability. There's a certain gift and or ability capacity that can only be unlocked with love or with a certain amount of forgiveness, because it is the type of thing that you have to be enough in you have to be in control of your shadow enough to use it so that you don't misuse it, right? It's the next logical step. Now this could be in the past or it could be in your current, right? But this is unlocking something within yourself by revisiting something from the past. Like there's this door in our heart that is shut and locked and barred and barbed wired and has the danger sign and everything on it. We might be revisiting that in the time of March, because with rebirth and renewal, like rebirth and renewal, that implies that we're going back to something, right? Or something is coming back in a new way. That's very cryptic. Ooh, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Then we have the 5 of Michael, the 4 of Michael, and the Knight of Gabriel. So lots of Michael over here. So the 5 and then the 4. So we're kind of sort of going down a little bit. Your dreams have been all about the bleep past. Like the little bleep I put in there. Did I dream last night? I did dream last night. I was swimming in a dream again last night. Who else was there? Was my best friend there? Was one of my best friends there? I was in a pool, and I got in on the little bit deeper side, and your boy was trying not to drown in his sleep. Low key, I almost drowned yesterday drinking some water. Only I. Not only I. 3D is hard sometimes when the hole that you eat and drink with is the same as the hole that you breathe with. Like, who designed that? Right? Like, goodness. It gets confusing sometimes. Um, but I got in a little bit deeper than I thought. And I was like trying not to drown in my sleep. So I did that. It's like the dead man's float, right? Where you just kind of like, you breathe, you spread out, and you let your body just like naturally come to the surface of the water or whatever. And so maybe that was a little bit of a release that I did instead of drowning in whatever I was in, right? And then from there, it's like I remembered how to swim. From there, I just did like, is it the breaststroke? Which stroke is the one where it's like chicken, airplane, rocket? I took swimming in high school because I didn't know how to swim, and it's like mandatory in my hometown for some reason that you know how to swim by the time you graduate from high school. So I took swim class. It might have been the breast. No, the breaststroke is like, that's on the front. What's the one on the back when you're on your back? Butterfly stroke, maybe. Girl, I'm over it. If we can master the whole we talk and eat with, imagine the possibilities. I choke on food sometimes too because it go down the wrong pipe. It's one hole with multiple pipes. Maybe learning to control. Oh, I like that though. I mean, that's all the throat, right? But that would be the throat leading to the solar plexus. Where does the heart come in? Where does the heart come in? Can you bypass the heart? Is the heart like, I guess like energetically and physiologically there might be some differences, right? Because it's like it passes the heart on the way to the stomach, but it doesn't go through the heart. Oh, okay. That's something to think about. um, but yeah, it might have been the butterfly stroke. But I was like chicken, airplane, rocket, and then I started swimming to the more shallow side, and I didn't drown. And then I started doing like a backstroke, and then there's this dolphin thing that I would love to do in swim class. So every time I'm dreaming about swimming, I'm doing the dolphin by the end of it. Um, but yeah, I didn't drown in my dream, and I didn't drown in real life. So hey, but yeah, I don't know why. I was like, what did I dream about last night? That was part of it. So with the 5 of Michael, we have a little bit of a dissension. So we're kind of getting down into the nitty gritty a little bit. But we go from this situation doesn't serve you, release your attachment to the outcome, consider taking a more uplifting approach. This is like not drowning, finding out how to not drown, right? The situation doesn't serve you. The anger and the hatred that your shadow never forgets and harbors as you grow and heal, it's not serving you. And I asked my buddy to pull a few cards for me the other day when things hit a point, right? And he pulled some cards, and then the Page of Cups popped out on the side. That was just like looking at everything else that was going on. There were 6 other cards, and then the Page of Cups was off to the side. And at first I was like, ooh, is that like a third party, third wheel in it? But then I was like, wait, I think that Page of Cups is like me looking at this situation kind of sort of happening and feeling it, because the cups are emotions, right? Feeling it and then almost being in this space of like a child where it's like I'm observing these things but I don't know what to do, and I don't know like if I have any power to really like make an impact. Anyway, we ain't getting all the way into it, but this is about releasing some stuff. 5 of Michael. We move from the 5 to the 4 of Michael, which is insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. Um, you know, if you are a child in this situation, there's only so much you can do. I'm really not appreciating the setup today, but it is what it is. Um, I don't know why I feel like this usually works better. And then I would lift it up, but there's like a mess back there, so I'm gonna clean that mess up so I can do this better. I guess it doesn't look too terrible on my computer screen. I don't know. Anyway, so we're stepping down, right? Because we're realizing that we can't, potentially in whatever the situation is, especially if you're dealing with something from your childhood, or if something from your childhood needs to be unlocked and explored further. Realize that as a child you only have so much power and you're not really responsible for anything that goes on in the home, even though it doesn't look bad. Okay, thank you. More meditation for sure. Even though when you're a child, you kind of feel responsible for a lot of stuff. Like even stuff that's not your fault, you kind of feel responsible for it. And so I kind of want to read these again. So we go from this situation doesn't serve you. By this situation, I think it's like this mindset. Doesn't serve you. Release your attachment to the outcome. I'm reading that more as like release your attachment to the hurt and pain. That is the outcome that resulted from the situation, right? And then consider taking a more uplifting approach. It's try to approach that space from the past. Try to approach that dark space with the light that you have now. And release the hurt and frustration and anger that you have around the situation. Or betrayal, whatever. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. All of that is saying, like, release burdens that are sort of like out of your control by getting more rest, by meditating and coming more into who you are now, being more present than past, right? Because in the past, we weren't who we are now. We have tools now that we can use to fix what was broken then, or what broke as a result of what happened then. Find the cracks, seal them up, stuff like that. And then we have the King, the Knight, of Gabriel, which is confident, enthusiastic, courageous, emphasis on courage, and charismatic. Time to take action, great passion for a cause, instinctively knowing just what to do. Follow your instincts. Follow the light instincts. Not the dark ones. Because we do have, I think, depending on the situation, there are some shadow instincts as well. And those are the ones that we're not following. Those are the ones that we're releasing, and we're coming more from the light. And then we'll go this way. What is this? Counterclockwise, because you said north was second. We have the fox and the letter. This is interesting. Have y'all ever read Fantastic Mr. Fox? I don't remember it, but I read it as a kid. Was that Roald Dahl? Is it Roald Dahl or Ronald Dahl? I don't remember. But I've read a few of his books. The Three Witches. Did he write Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Was that Roald Dahl? I don't remember. But with the letter, I think this is... Foxes can be tricksters and they can be deceitful, right? And with the letter, I feel like I'm getting a sort of honesty. So either there's something in March. What are the numbers? 27 and 14. Interesting. A 9 and a 5. The movie, LOL. Well, there was a book before there was a movie, right? I think. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure. Now I gotta look this up. Let me see. I'm gonna ask Siri. Hey Siri, who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory in 1964.
It was Roald Dahl. Okay. Alright. Because I was like, I'm pretty sure it was Roald Dahl. I think that's how I got into him as a kid. And then I read like The Witches or Three Witches, and then I don't know if he wrote Fantastic Mr. Fox though. Hey Siri, who wrote Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I found two. Noah Baumbach and Wes Anderson.
Was that a movie? Girl, it ain't even a book. My memory is screwed. Oh, is that what you meant by the movie? Okay, I don't know, girl. What is this on the ground? Oh, it's a letter. Oh my gosh, I just found a letter on the floor. And I was like, what is this on the floor? I thought it was a card, but it was a letter. And then we have the fox in the letter. Right? So I feel like there's this seemingly surface level honest communication coming in that might be, it's not that it's necessarily dishonest, but I think the wording of the letter, the arrangement of the letters is very intentional to get you to believe or perceive things a certain way. Now I think on a more positive side, this could be us being more intentional with this could be us being more intentional with the words that we speak over our lives and over ourselves, right? Because with the letter and the fox, it's about spelling, right? Spelling, words are spells, words have power. The words we speak, the words we write, the words we think and believe, they all have power. And so I think this could be us also just like utilizing that power to shift and change things into the way that we want them to be. Because kitsunes, foxes, can also be like shapeshifters, right? It's part of their like little trickstery type things. There was a story about the fox and the mittens. There was the fox who got sent to town to get some mittens in the wintertime. Or was it to get something? And the fox had mittens. I don't completely remember, and I don't even remember where I heard this. But it was something about there was like a kitsune. And it was wintertime, and it was a child, and the mom got hurt maybe. And yeah, I think the mom got hurt. And so the mom sent the kid into town to get like some medicine or something. And she gave the kid some mittens. And she was like, don't take your mittens off, because if you take your mittens off, then they're going to know that you're a fox. And as a fox, you're going to be persecuted and hunted, and it's not going to end well. So don't lose these mittens. And so the little fox loses the mittens, takes off the mittens. I can't remember what happens to the mittens. And he goes to a place. Maybe it was to buy a scarf because it was cold. Anyway, the fox goes somewhere and forgets the mittens and sticks its little two paws out and some coin to buy whatever. And the person who found the fox realized that it was a fox, but he didn't end up persecuting the fox. He ended up giving the fox whatever, and then the fox went back, and it ended up being a happy story. Maybe it was, I don't think it was Teen Wolf because of Kira. It was something, I don't remember. Where did I hear about there's sometimes I'm like, I heard about this story and I don't remember where I heard it, where I saw it, where I watched it. Chad's live. Oh snap. It's a spiritual Sunday with my iPad. Man, well shoot. I might have to miss this one, Loki. Is he really? Why don't I have the notification on my iPad? I don't have it on my iPad. All these stories. Right, I have like a story for everything. Maybe with the letter in the fox, it's about stories. It's about the stories that we tell ourselves and the stories that we tell our children. Oh, snap. Wow, he is live. Well, I love my dude, but I'm gonna finish over here. And then if he's still live, I'll check him out after. Or I'll catch it back later. So yeah, Chad Terrell is live. If y'all want to go check him out. Support, like, subscribe, share, comment if you resonate, if you like. That's my dude. Go support my dude. And now it's the fox and then the letter. So I don't know. This is interesting. But with the shape shifting, also, like, maybe there was something that was said to us that we twisted in a way that it wasn't, like, meant to be. I don't know. There's something. There's communication and trickery, deceit, shapeshiftery types energy over here. We'll clarify with these three. I'm glad I pulled three because we got the three of Raphael, the page of Michael, and the ace of Ariel. Girl, these are all over the place. This one we just saw. It's about friendship and community. Right? So, reasons to celebrate a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. It was a kid fox. Happy announcements. Well, there's a letter, so that's an announcement. But with the fox, we'll see if it's happy. The page of Michael, also pages being child energy, right? It's truthful, perceptive, analytical, and blunt. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly. With this page of Michael, contracts and documents, and we have a letter right here. Where is this going? And then we have the Ace of Ariel. The Ace of Ariel, it's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, or support. A change in job or promotion. This is interesting. I love this clarifier. Okay, so I think I was kind of sort of on it when I was talking about the stories that we tell ourselves, right? So I think there could be these opportunities that we're coming into. And it's like some of these opportunities might seem or feel like they're too good to be true, but they are actually true. And it might be up for us to tell ourselves to, like, we're getting the opportunity to rewrite our own stories. And I think that's the, like, the shapeshifter and the letter type energy, right? We're rewriting our own stories. We are creating, the clover is all about luck and it's all about good fortune, right? We're rewriting, recreating our own stories. And it's like, we're becoming the authors of our own lives, or we're being given the opportunity to become the authors of our own lives. Not everyone is going to take the opportunity, so I'm not going to say we're doing it, but you can choose to do it if you want to. And so, yeah, it's like, take full advantage of these opportunities. It's like, as the wheel is turning, the wheel of fortune, it's like, do we take what it's bringing us or do we question it? Wow, see, the fox just got a bad rep. The fox gets a bad rep. I'm sorry, fox. I really did that. Even the man in the story, I like how I'm telling this story about the man who saw that it was a fox, but knew that it was a kid fox and, knew that it was cold outside and knew all of this and knew all of that and knew, like, what? This fox ain't going to do nothing. This fox needs help. I'm going to help this fox. And then here I come telling this story about how it's like a trick and it's deceitful and it might seem like it's all right, but it isn't. When in reality, it actually is all right. So use your discernment. Take it as it resonates always. So in the West, we have the flowers and the anchor. Ooh. The anchor is number 35, and the flowers is number 9. We have 8, 9. Excuse me, 8 is abundance, 9 is completion. This is an interesting, though. This 8 is the anchor. A 3, 5, 8 change. There's lots of change. Between the 3 and the 5, I learned 3 as like a catalytic number, right? And a catalyst is anything that has the power to change something else without being changed itself, right? So then you also get that, the trinity, the trio, a lot of those powers of 3, excuse me, those powers of 3 have the ability to affect and create great change, but The three in themselves are not changed. And then 5 is the number of change, just like straight up. 404, and your phone is on 88%. Oh, snap. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. Wait, is today an 8? Yep. 3142244. Yeah, so I feel like there's this like great change that's coming. Because even like flowers don't remain seeds forever, right? You take a seed, you plant it, it germinates, it grows, it blossoms, it becomes this flower that then gives birth and rise to new seeds. So it's time to come into a different phase. And in the West, man, I wish I knew feng shui. Or is it like feng shui, whatever? Feng shui. Um, because each direction symbolizes something different. I think gold is in the South. Like money is in the South, I believe. I don't remember. Red might be in the North. Green would be in the East, and blue in the West, maybe? I don't know. If you know feng shui, then the West area of your life, I could look it up real quick, but I ain't doing that. I think there's this a lot of change that's coming in that has the potential to become something really beautiful, but I see with this anchor here that like you might be resisting it. If you're not I said it right. Did I really? Oh, snap. Um if you're resisting it, fun fact, I know you are supposed to pray to the north and east. Okay. Interesting. I need to look back into it. I only know feng shui because Animal Crossing. They said that like if you feng shui your house in Animal Crossing, like you get increased money and increased other stuff. You need to finish your vision board. Yeah, do that. Get a cut, and then like if you finish your vision board, don't be afraid of the things that come. Yeah, right. It's like you put this on the board for a reason. Don't be freaked out when you see it actually coming into your 3D reality. Um, but yeah, like there's a lot of change, and I feel like there's a lot of resistance. And maybe a lot of the change itself is heavy, but it's giving rise to something beautiful, to the things that you want. Potentially. Lots of change in March. Well, it is, spring, so that makes sense. Starting with the King of Raphael, the 6 of Ariel, and then the 7 of Raphael. I think this is a really good pot. Excuse me. The King of Raphael is warm, generous, honorable, and refined. Yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passions. Ooh, maybe a creative opportunity. I feel like I've mentioned that a few times, and maybe an opportunity to capitalize on your creativity and to work it in a way that works for you. Was that up here? That was up here. I feel like there's this kind of synergy between the North and the West, even though you said pray to the North and the East. Where it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's a lot of change. It's a great opportunity, but it's gonna like freak you out a little bit. Then we have the 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. So, material needs getting fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Love that. I feel like there's this strong synergy here. Your window faces east. I have an eastern facing window and I guess south. Because if this is east, then the north would be the front of the house. So yeah, I have an eastern window and a southern window. And my head lies south, but it faces north. Probably should not have the bed in the south, but front of our house is north. Same here. Same here. And so I'm in the southeast corner of the house. And hey, that's why I'm getting all the abundance. All of the money is mine. Let me stop. Gold in the back. Okay, so then we have the Seven of Raphael. Time to make a decision. Be clear on what you want and take action. A need for detoxification. So time to clean it up, right? If you want these flowers to be nice and bright, then it's time to clean it up and get that soil right. Because, you know, with the anchor, it's going to slow stuff down. You're in the northeast. Oh, snap. With the anchor, it's going to slow stuff down. So there's like lots of this abundance coming in. Abundance and good fortune coming in. Your needs are being fulfilled in magical and fantastic ways that you never expected. But if you have this anchor energy, you're going to slow it down and you might miss an opportunity that comes knocking on your door. Like they say in Ever After, what is that? Into the Woods. Like they say in Into the Woods, we're doing musicals now. Opportunity is not a lengthy visitor. So, you know, what's that? Is that an Elvis song? When the something comes a knocking, the house gets a rocking? I don't know. I'm getting everything today. And then in the south, we have the stars and the snake. Oof. Oof. Wow, this is we got the fox in the north and the snake in the south. Oof, what is happening? I think this is a change in fortune. There's lots of change in fortune energy. I mean, it is spring, right? It's new beginnings, it's rebirth. But the key to all of it lies in resolving whatever from our past that's made a home in us, right? That's the key in the home. Whatever fear, whatever doubt, whatever limiting beliefs, whatever traumatic backstory that we're holding on to and that we're telling ourselves it's found its way rooted in our hearts, that's going to be the anchor. That's gonna be what makes it harder to come into all of the blessings that we have available to us. We have to let go of the hurt, and in letting go, that's the key to the abundance. That's the key to everything coming in, right? We started in the east. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The sun is vitality, it's life, it's light, it's warmth. It is what keeps our hearts from being cold blocks of ice. And it's what gives the plants that we tend to the ability to grow. Right? So we're starting over here. So if this is locked in the east, the sun rises in the east. If it's locked in the east, the sun ain't going, you ain't getting none of this. But it is what it is. Take it as it resonates. But with the snake and with the stars, I'm getting a change in fortune because, like, for the snake, I'm seeing it like shedding its skin. And then with the stars, it's like it's guidance, it's wishes being fulfilled, it's a light in the dark, it's a comforting presence when, like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of things that are unknown. And if you're the type of person who stalls and freaks out and waits until things become more illuminated to move, I think it's time to shed that with the snake. And to be open to being guided with the star. Like, I've been saying it for a minute, low key. But I think it's really time to, like, shed that skin. Because, like, we can be our own biggest snakes in our own lives, right? Like, sometimes we look outside at everybody else who is sabotaging us and who is getting in our way, when, you know, at the end of the day, it's kind of sort of really us. And in a way, sometimes, a lot of times, in a way, like, we're always our biggest saboteur. Because, like, if we allow people to come in and to sabotage things, if we allow people to come in and to distract us, ultimately, like, we're allowing those people in our lives. So who's really the person at fault? Is it the person for doing what they did to you, or is it you for letting that person in the first place, to give them access to do whatever they do? Anyway. Gross. That was so disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to wrap this up quick and head over there if he's still alive. He'll probably be live for a second. Oh, I love this. I love this. Clarifying this, we have perspective, Archangel Shamuel, which is the third chakra in the Energy Oracle deck, I believe. Yeah, because the second chakra is Archangel Ariel. So, third chakra is, the solar plexus. And I was just talking about the sun rising in the east, setting in the west. The sun is the key because it brings the light. It allows everything else to grow. Excuse me. So, with perspectives, 12, I believe that's the hangman. There's a better way. Pause for reflection and insight. Dare to be different. Dare to do things in a different way. And dare to be open to the things that are actually coming in instead of being freaked out at how quickly and magically and unexpectedly everything can change. I feel like this is very much a progression. So thank you, Miyoshi, for being on it. Because I feel like this related to this, related to this, related to this. And it's all kind of like similar, which I love, right? So you set this in motion. Thanks, girl. Teamwork makes the dream work. Perspective. Get a new one. And then we have the Two of Ariel followed by the Queen of Ariel. The Two of Ariel, it's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. With this, I believe we're going to be moving into a spiritual as well as a physical progression. The king of Raphael, I believe, talked about getting things in a magical and unexpected way, physically, fulfilling our physical needs in magical and unexpected ways, right? That requires a certain amount of spiritual following as well. And it's just like with the second decan of Pisces, I believe somewhere it came out like that angel of balance. I don't know. There's this upper three, lower three walk where, like, without the lower three, we would never move, and without the upper three, we would never really progress. And so it requires all six to be aligned with the heart, which is the seventh, to really progress and move forward. There's this balance between the physical and the spiritual. It was in the Energy Oracle somewhere, and I read it. I don't remember. It's kind of sort of been a theme. And then this is my favorite Two of Pentacles, by the way, because like look at him. He's like loving it. He's living on the edge, and he's balancing the two Ariels, and they're different. I don't know if y'all can see, but they're like different. One is the yin yang, and one is like an infinity. And I love this because like the yin and yang in itself is complete. And then there's something else. It's not like two where one is the yin and one is the yang. Anyway, Queen of Ariel. It's mature, practical, generous, and happy. I believe someone else was generous. Was it the King of... Nope. Yeah, the King of Raphael is also generous. Warm, generous, honorable, and refined is the King of Raphael. And then the Queen of Ariel is mature, practical, generous, and happy. So, mature and refined, both generous, happy and warm. Sounds like something to strive to be, right? Don't hoard your blessings. You're blessed to be a blessing to others. It is nurture yourself and those you love. The ability to make anything more beautiful. Practical and wise advice. To make anything more beautiful is to choose to see the best in everything. And when you choose to see the best in everything, when you focus on the positive, then you get more positive and you get more beautiful, right? And that's where I'm going to shut this down. No card picks, no pulls today because my dude is live. I don't know if he's still live. He probably is. But I'm going to go check that out. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot the present energies. So this is very fitting for what's at present. The mountain is an obstacle. The mountain is a block. The mountain is almost insurmountable. And then we have the clover, right? Which is good fortune, which is change. I think if we can glean the lessons. Is this a lightning strike in the back? I believe it is. Nope, that's a 21. Hot JK, LOL. 21 and 2. 3, 2. 3, 2, 1. Let's get it started. I almost saw the 20. Maybe it was like the 2 and 21 as like a lightning striking the mountain in the back. And I was going to say like that's some kind of like divine insight or something like that. It's like the mountain being chipped away at. But it's like there's been these blockages when it comes to our fortune and our blessings. And now that these blockages, if you've been doing the work, even if you haven't been to some degree, I feel like you're still going to get some stuff. But if you're not healed enough to take it for what it is, then you're going to self-sabotage it. So if you've done the work, I believe there's this really opportune time, this really prime time that we're coming into, where everything that blocked our misfortune, everything that blocked our fortune and our blessings, it's all coming to an end. But if we're not in a space where we can accept it, then we will reject it. And what we don't want to do is reject our blessings, right? This accent is all over the place, and I'm so sorry if this offends anyone. But that's been a lot of the energy as well, right? Even with the key in the house, it's like there's something beautiful, but there's something hard that we must overcome, or something that we must let go of. It's not too good to be true. It is this brand new opportunity. It might be significant and great changes coming in, but it's fulfilling everything we want. What was down here? And it's like, we're being called to shed the old skin, to not handle things in the ways that we used to handle it. We're not who we used to be. We will not fall to the same pitfalls and traps that we once fell to. Because again, we're not who we used to be. So give yourself some credit for all the work that you've done. Realize that, that whole like, oh, woe is me, everything, every time I make a little bit of forward progress, then it's like 10 steps back and blah, blah, blah. Like, if you continue to hold on to that, and if you continue to believe that, you will pass up on some amazing things, and then you'll probably sitting jealous of the people who actually did it, thinking that, they did this, they did that. Why do they always get these opportunities? Why does nothing happen for me? And then, like, if you really take, like, a step back and look at it, like, wow, you've actually been pretty blessed and pretty fortunate in your own life. But, because of where you were at the time, or because of what you needed to go through, like, you didn't follow through with the opportunity. It was taken from you. If an opportunity was taken from you, maybe look at, like, why? How did those end up in here? But yeah, I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to head over there. No problem, Yoshi. Thank you for being here. And thanks for moderating. And I will catch y'all later. Can I end this stream here? I can't, but I can here. Okay. All right. Bye. Maybe. Oh, I ain't trying to type. Okay. Bye. Bye.